Hey friends, it's been such a long time since I made a video, and I want to apologize to all my followers who've been following the journey on the project in Kisii and haven't had an update. A couple of weeks ago I was in Kisii. I got to see the project. I saw all the updates and everything that has been done, and I took a lot of videos. I wanted to go live, but it has been such a long time since I actually took a vacation and relaxed and had nothing to do that I decided when I got to Kisii I needed to sit down, take it in, let my kids enjoy their new house, and spend some quality time with my mom, who, of course, as you know, I get to see maybe once every 6 months in person. So thank you for your continued patience. I will be posting another video probably this week. Don't hold me to it, but sometime soon, with all the updates that have been done, because the house is technically complete. Today I wanted to come on and actually try to talk about something different, and this has to do with, let's say, some of the financial repercussions that are going to be going on, and more so I'm addressing the people in the diaspora, some of us who tend to support family back in Kenya and stuff like that. So recently both houses of Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives, passed a bill. They dubbed it the Big Beautiful Bill, and essentially that's the funding for the fiscal year. Yeah.
Would you like any water?
I'm actually okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got through drinking some water,
Oh,
and I was
perfect.
just like, filming
Yeah.
myself.
We just like to drive around the trail and make sure everyone's doing all right.
Is this something new you're doing?
A little bit, yeah. Just
Yeah.
since it gets so hot, we
Yeah.
just want to make
You know
sure
what?
everyone's
Since you're
good.
so kind, I'll take a bottle of water.
Okay,
You know
yeah.
what? Just
Here you
one.
are.
Thank you very much.
No
Oh, this
problem.
is so nice. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever been on a trail where someone actually offers
Aw.
anybody water.
Yeah.
So this is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem. Have
Take
a
it
good
easy.
day.
You too. Okay, so that was a surprise. This young lady is driving a golf cart. There goes right there. And it is kind of hot. When I looked at the my watch, it said the temperature was 88 degrees. It's a little bit after 5:30, maybe 5:40 p.m. And yeah, it's actually nice when public services actually work. Anyway, back to what I was rambling about. It's about the budget bill that just got passed and has now been signed into law. One of the line items in that budget bill, or the bill, they call it the Big Beautiful Bill, was a 1% tax on all remittances or money transfers outside of the US internationally. So this is going to take effect, I believe, December 31st, 2025. So we still have a little bit of time before this takes effect. I doubt there's going to be a challenge to it, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody or some organizations out there that spend a lot of money sending overseas won't come out and actually challenge that part of the law. It's a law now since the president has already signed it. So what does that look like for someone who's sending, let's say, a small amount of money? We're talking about, $20, $100, or maybe $200 a month to support their family. So I was doing the math the other day. If you were to send, let's say, $1,000, 1% of that would be $10. And for someone who's, let's say, sending $200 a month, that would look like $2 added on as a tax onto the money that you're sending out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate the, if this law, it's justified or not justified. We're all guests here, and if this country has decided to make laws like those, and then we just have to abide by them. I think this is only going to affect people that are sending large sums of money. Like if someone is sending, let's say, 10, 20, 30, maybe even $50,000 per month to Kenya, because now that number becomes a significant amount 1% of $50,000 is equivalent to about, I believe, $500. So if you take $500 and we just convert that directly to shillings, and we're just going to use 100 shillings as a good rate for easy conversion, that's 50,000 shillings that could have gone towards paying the bills of your loved one over in Kenya. However, if you're sending 50,000 shillings, I don't think you're going to be worried about, $50,000, I don't think you're going to be worried about $500, coming off from that balance. Or essentially, you're not going to be worried about 50,000 shillings because the other $50,000 has already technically covered a lot of the things you were sending the money for. So essentially, we have to be, a little bit more smart and think about when we're sending money to Africa, what is going to be some of the implications is like, okay, some of the money you're sending is going to be a little bit less. Proponents of this bill say that the reason why this tax and the justification for the tax is we want to keep more money within the United States. So like a lot of people who are in the diaspora from other different regions of the world, instead of sending all that money outside of the United States, they should keep that money within the United States. I think that it's not a really strong point, because if you wanted to keep more money on that, you would have put a higher tax on the money being sent out, because a lot of people don't actually send that much money in support of family. You're not sending $10,000 a month to support family for their daily budget. Usually you're sending, $20 a year, $50 here, $100 a year to pay the electric bill, to buy food, and then that's it. Because to those who don't know, majority of the houses, majority of the properties in Kenya especially don't have mortgages. Most of those houses are built, and they're built with cash. So really majority of your bills are food, probably medicine if someone requires monthly medicine, and maybe paying for electricity, and then that's it. That's really all the bills most people pay in overseas. And of course insurance, for like health insurance and stuff like that. Now, do I agree with the bill? I really don't have an opinion on that. I wish it wasn't a tax, because should there be an opportunity for an investment, we would like to maybe collectively come together, put some money together, and then start a business. Now, for those of you who are in the diaspora that still have ties back in Kenya especially, you should probably consider starting businesses over there so that you can generate the money over there and help the people in Kenya be self-sufficient, so that they don't need you to send them money all the time. There are several businesses that you could start. Of course, every business that you start has a risk. Clearly, you need to do your homework before you start a business blindly, because it's going to be, you're not going to be a present and someone who's involved in the business every single day. So to brainstorm, you can start an agricultural business. You can start raising cattle, farm, cabbages, whatever you have to, because that's usually a good money maker. You can get into the tech industry. There's so many other things you can do over there. Construction, you can do real estate, you can do all sorts of things. So anyway, words to those who are out there who might be thinking about investing in Kenya, and maybe decrease the amount of money they're sending over that way, and then make sure that their families are taken care of. I strongly encourage you to consider starting a business, so that when this big beautiful bill provision for a 1% tax on all the money you're sending to Africa kicks in, you're not caught burning money on an extra tax on top of the money that you've already been taxed on. But We're guests in this country, and we have to abide by the laws and rules of this country. Thank you for indulging me. I apologize for breathing heavy. I'm on a walk, and it is hot out here. Until next time, take care of yourself and look out after one another. Peace.